Hi, I'm Jamie, or Princey, and if you have been around this channel for any amount of time or have seen my TikTok, you'll know that I do a lot of cosplays. Specifically, I cosplay a lot of Minecraft YouTubers, so I thought it'd be a fun idea to go through some of my cosplays and give them a ranking. For this ranking, I'll be defining it in 4 categories. We'll have S tier, amazing, stunning, we'll always be happy with the second tier, very cool, very nice. We'll have the tier of I want to redo it, and we have the tier of we do not speak of it. As a disclaimer, these will probably mostly be Empires or Hovercraft related, because those are the cosplays I already started taking pictures for, and I don't really want to bring out my old Dream SMP cosplays. And even though there is a tier called We Do Not Speak of It, I'll say that I'm pretty happy with most of my cosplays. Is I actually really hate cosplay. I wouldn't post it to the internet. But without further ado, let's get into this. For ranking these, I will just go through the cosplay, explain some of the details. This is just an excuse for me to talk about the cosplay because I enjoy talking about what details are out to cosplays. The first cosplay is Jimmy Solidarity from Empires SMP Season 2. This is quite a simple cosplay. I didn't do too much crazy stuff with him. I gave him little feathery yellow canary ears because canary hybrid Jimmy will forever hold my heart, no matter what universe we're in. And then I just gave him a little sheriff badge and I gave him a cowboy hat. And that's kind of it. I didn't do any crazy details to him. I didn't really do any makeup for him either. I considered giving him a little puppet face. I don't know why I didn't. I think I just maybe had a bad skin day or something. I decided I didn't want to mess with it too much. For now, I think I would place him in the rank of very nice, very cool. I don't really want to redo him. I don't have a great desire for him. If I were to ever redo him, I think I might turn him into a cow hybrid instead of a canary. Because, you know, cow, he's a cowboy, he's a sheriff. We like to get silly here. There's a second cosplay, we've got beat-ups. It's not my most firing picture I have of the cosplay, but I couldn't find the others for some reason. I'm sure I have them somewhere, but don't worry about it. I keep getting mixed feelings about this cosplay all the time. On one hand, I really enjoy how it looks. I got a little like a vest for it that has got like kind of mossy texture and it's just very fluffy. It's very comfortable. But I also kept it really simple for him in outfit wise. I just put up a white shirt and I threw some vines around my shoulders and I kind of called it a day. But I am very proud of that makeup I did for him. I kind of just took green yarn and pulled it apart, twisted it together a little bit, and then kind of spread it around my face as moss, like mossy patches on my face. It didn't look the most realistic, but I didn't have actual fake moss, and I'm not going to get real moss from the outside to put on my face. That would be a step too far even for me. I think for now I would place beat-ups in the I want to redo rank, purely for the fact that I have so many ideas that I could do for him. I want to give him little leafy shoulder pads, I want to show some flowers onto the vest, and I really want to get full scleras, so that his eyes are actually black out instead of just like the tiny mini scleras I got for him. But lenses are expensive. I would also love to add more details and pins on him, like a clock, a classic, and just some tiny little extra things like that instead of just leaving it very empty. Next up we have Etho Slap. I would say I'm very happy with this cosplay. I think it looked very nice. It's not the most interesting cosplay to do. I think if I were to redo him, I would definitely add a lot more details. For him, I put on a black hoodie, and over that I put the little green vest thing. I don't know what they're called. But that's the thing that has the pockets and the belt clasps and everything that makes him look cool. I wore a normal regular mask, and for the headband I just took a long strip of black fabric and a bit of tiny, like that thin foam sheet that I painted with silver and put a creeper face on. I tried to give him Arctic Foxes. I'm a big enjoyer of the Arctic Fox hybrid Etho head cannons, if you could tell. But I would like to upgrade those ears. They're not very integral or special, and it kind of sometimes on camera just looks like his hair's a bit messed up, so I would like to upgrade those. And for pins, I just gave him a little Minecraft heart on the chest, and the little detail I really like, I gave him a social battery pin. I don't know why, I just thought it was very fitting for Etho. Several people have pointed it out and that they really like that, and that just made me happy. So now I would think I would put Etho in the very nice, very cool category, just because I am quite happy with him, but he just has a few things that I would like to upgrade and do better when I cosplay him again. Then we've got Full Symmetry from Empires SMP Season 2, my absolute queen and beloved. I'm really happy with her, actually. She's quite a simple cosplay in the fact that there weren't too many details that I thought about adding to her. One detail I'm quite proud of is that she's got little cocks. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. She has little mechanical wheels on her face. That's maybe safer to say. She's got little wheels on her face, making it a little bit more mechanical. And I'm quite proud of the eyeliner I did for her, and it's very tiny, you can barely see it, but it's a straight line. And I don't do eye makeup. Yeah, overall, she's not too detailed, she just has like some simple things like the goggles. The necklace isn't flipped in this image, but it's a little compass with details and stuff like that. And otherwise, she's just got a very steampunky vibes that I always enjoy. I haven't cosplayed her again. I don't think I ever will cosplay her again. But yeah, I'll just be happy with it. She's very cool, very nice. Then we've got Pearl, and specifically Red Life Pearl, 5am Pearl, Scarlet Pearl, whatever you want to call her. I can already tell you that this one's going to be in the I want to redo her category. Just because... I think I cosplayed her when it was a very hot day outside, so I wasn't really feeling it, I wasn't really into it. It's a thing I have when I'm cosplaying women overall in general. I kind of have to like really be in the mindset, otherwise I'm just like, oh god. I don't have any other trans guys out there will probably relate to that. But yeah, I like the base idea that I have for the makeup, but I would have liked to work it out in more detail. As currently it's got the crescent moon on her forehead and then some tiny moons around her cheeks. I would like to do some more with that. The outfit I stand with, but I would like to add more details to it, where like some belts or anything that you can add like tiny little weapons to, or some TNT or dog related items. I think that would look quite cool on her. It's also, I really don't like the wig for her. It's just a bit too dark, and I imagine her with like a bit of with bangs or something like that. Just I enjoy when my forehead's a bit covered. So for now, I will put her firmly in the I want to redo category, and maybe one day I'll come back to her. Then we have Scott from Empire SMP Season 1. Scott from Empire SMP Season 1 means so much to me. I love him so much. He is my little guy, and I love him dearly. I don't know if I've said yet. I hate this cosplay. I hate this one with a passion. It's so bland. It doesn't have any character. And it's just, the picture isn't great either. But yeah, no, I'm in the process of upgrading him anyway, but I just really don't like the first version I did of him. The wig isn't styled properly, and it's just very white and very light colours, where I'm wearing a blue shirt underneath the white cape, but you can't really see it just because the cape is overtaking everything. And it's just a bit too non-details on anything. I want to just upgrade him and forget that I ever did this version of him. But I can't say purely negative about anything, because, you know, I was once happy with this. It's just like, now a few months later, I'm not anymore. I do like the antlers, and for the cape, that, you know, the little ruffle, I painted that all gold by myself because it was white at first. So I am quite proud of that. Anyway, into the We Do Not Speak of It category you go. We're never speaking of you again. Then we've got Mumbo Jumbo. I'm very happy with my Mumbo cosplay. I think this is the first cosplay that actually really tries to do a beard for. I am terrible at beards. I don't know why, I just can never get them to look natural or right. It's always a bit too smudgy for me. But I think this is the first one where it turned out alright, and genuinely, I didn't mind how it looked at all. I still don't mind how it looks at all. It's a bit messy at some bits, but I am proud of myself still for that. I'm really happy with this cosplay. It's got the goggles for like, oh my god, he's a redstoner. It's got the little feathery tufts on front that's supposed to represent moth hybrid Mumbo, because I don't know why I picked that specifically. I just really like that hybrid headcanons. You'll see a lot of these cosplays have some form of hybrid or elvis at the very least, because I like giving them non-human characteristics. I like making them non-human. Yeah, and for him, he's quite simple. It's just that I like the look overall together a lot. He's got little space color pins, just general space pins. Then he's got the bigger pin that says Doc M77's professional redstone tester. I got a pin from my friend Ash. And then the mustache I just made by cutting out some thin foam, and I think I covered it in felt to make it look a little bit more natural. But I also didn't want it to look natural at the same time. I kind of wanted it to be a bit bigger than you would have a normal mustache. But yeah, I think this is the first cosplay of these that I would put in the S tier rank, just because I didn't think I would cosplay him very differently at this point. I think I'd do the same. I might add some pins or tiny details, but I think I will forever just be happy with this cosplay. Then we have my Joel cosplay. If you've been around, you'll know that this is actually my second version I did of Joel. The first version I didn't have a green hair extension, it just had a little bit of green yarn, and overall it just didn't look very great, and I would place that one into Do Not Speak Again category. But I'm pretty happy with this version. It still has some things that doesn't look quite right to me sometimes, but overall I'm very happy with how I did the wig and the little Shrek things. I made them into like planty curly things, because I'm a big enjoyer of fairy Joel, I know a lot of people enjoy very hybrid draw, but I really do. I don't know why. In general, I think I will just play this one into the very nice, very cool category. It's very nice, it's very cool. But if I do them again, I'd like to add a bit more details. I just don't know what those details are yet. Now we've got Ollie, from also Empires and Peace Season 2, my other special little guy. Actually, I think I've called all of them my special little guy at this point, because they are. Yeah, I'd say for Ollie, I'm quite happy with the cosplay. It's not my absolute favourite, but I wouldn't really know what other details to add to him, other than like maybe a loot on the back of his shoulder sticking out. And if I were to cosplay him again in the future, he's got a really itty bitty tiny feather right now, as you can see. That would be because I didn't have a bigger feather. But yeah, if I were to cosplay him again in the future, I would definitely give him a bigger feather, just so it ties everything a bit more together nicely. I think my only complaint, I don't know if I've worded it like that, my only complaint about this cosplay is it's a lot of flat, same colours. I would like to add more detail in some bits and pieces, but like I said, I don't really know what those details would be. I'd have to have a brain session about it. It's unlikely that I would cosplay him again anyway, unless I would take him to a convention or anything like that. But overall, I'm happy with how he looks. Just some things could look better, but he's okay. And that's how I think why he goes. He's just very nice. Very, it's like I said in the beginning of this, if I'm not happy with a cosplay, I won't post it at all. So overall, in general, I'm quite happy with them. It's just sometimes afterwards, I look back at them and I go, oh, what if I did this, this, and this? And then, there we go again, the entire circle. Then we have Tango, the tech variety. Immediately I want to say, I'm very proud of how I did this wig for him. This is the first straight wig that I styled. My method of wig styling is that I just curl them and then I hope for the best. Couldn't really do that for this wig because it was a very straight wig, so I just kind of like fluffed it up and I spiked it up, and then it looked okay. I was like, alright, I'm happy with this and I'm never gonna touch it again. My overall headcanon for Tango is that I'm a big fan of the display of the fire hair, where it's like, you know, the flames, but I can't really do that for a cosplay. I'm not setting myself on fire, that's where my limit lies. Overall, I'm very happy with him. He's quite simple, but I just put a lot of pins on him and I gave him a little dragon necklace that I just like. I think it fits his vibe. If I were to do it again, I think I'd add bits of redstone powder all over him, like a bit of just darker red speckles, which could have the danger of being mistaken for blood, but I think it would look cool on him because he's just always working with redstone bits and bobs, and you know. But overall, I think it's mostly, I put band-aids on him to give that some extra stuff because I didn't really know what to do for the makeup otherwise. But overall, I'm quite happy with him. I'm very satisfied with how he looks. Maybe I'll attempt to restyle the wig one day to give it a bit more spike and height with stuff. And I do at some point want to give him a tail because I like the tail, and I can give the, what's it called, the bit on the end of the tail where there's like hair. I can make that look like it's on fire maybe by putting like a little light in it, and that could be the solution instead of me burning down the house. But yeah, let's place him in the very nice, very cool category. Then we have my Jimmy cosplay, also from Empire SMP Season 1. I love this cosplay. I love this cosplay a lot. I have done 2 versions of Jimmy's before this cosplay of Empire SMP Season 1 Jimmy. First version had paper ears and a very straight, about $2 wig. So it looked horrendous. It looked very bad. But you know what? That's okay, because I've upgraded him and now he looks like this. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, I'm very happy with this cosplay. I made the Godfather head. I'm not quite happy with the slime and eyes on that yet, so I do want to upgrade that itty bitty bits. But I just made it out of like an old beret beanie type of thing. Then it's just a regular wig, and I made the fin ears by taking baking paper and sticking, what are they called? Those tiny little sticks. I stuck some sticks between them, cut them out to shape, and then I coloured it in with eyeshadow, and I did a few droplets of white paint to give them a bit of a highlight. For the body, I just have a very classic poet piratey green looking shirt with some armour and a bottle of potions. I'm also wearing a tiny little brown corset, but you can't really see that. And for the makeup, I just did a very classic pulling the fishnet. It's not a fishnet, it's a wig cap. The wig cap over my head, taking some green makeup and then just patting it all over the wig cap so that you get that like skilly effect. After that, I put some white highlights on that after I've taken the wig cap off. put some white highlights on there. And then I gave him freckles. I don't know why. Season 1 Jimmy just seems like he has freckles to me. You will notice on a lot of the cosplays, I've got a little heart on my nose. I don't know when I started doing it. I just started doing it. And now it's kind of a staple in most of my cosplays. But yeah, I would put Jimmy firmly in the S tier just because of how happy I'm with him. And I might make some minor changes to him at some point, but I'm just really, really happy with how he looks right now. Then we have GeminiTay, specifically from Season 9 when she had the deer thing going on, as you can see by the antlers sticking out. For the antlers, I just took some wiring, covered them in clay and aluminum foil. I first covered them in aluminum foil and then covered the aluminum foil in clay to get that effect, and kind of then just stuck them to a hairband, which I covered by putting a flower crown on there. Otherwise, it's mostly just bits and bobs. I didn't make too much, I just kind of gathered it, bits and bobs from everywhere. Like the hair pieces, the butterflies in the hair, and then it's just a white shirt with some necklaces. She's not too difficult to do. I also did a very basic makeup for her because I've mentioned before I'm really bad at doing eye makeup. So I just gave her some eyeliner, the little white dot in the corner of her eye, which I do for most of my cosplays. And then I did the little deer nose, which is just connecting the nose to the lip and having that classic deer effect. But yeah, she isn't too difficult to put together, but I'm also just really happy with her. I don't know why. She's one of the women-y cosplays where it's very easy for me to do. I think it's because she's got that very general badass vibe all around her, and I just really like cottagecore with it. So I think I would place her in the S tier as well. Gem is great. Then we have Rat's SMP Scott. This is actually a slightly older version because I've already upgraded the dungarees and the wig slightly. I already upgraded him when I took him to Dutch Comic Con. And yeah, it's generally, I just wear my binder and then I put some dungarees over it. I've sewn some flowers onto those dungarees, but I don't think I have a picture of that. If I do, editing Jamie put it here. Good for you. The ears I made by taking some thin foam, kind of cutting them out in like a overly half circle and folding them in and attaching them to a headband and then just painting them to look that way. Then I just put some flowers all over him because, you know, he's the farmer garden red guy, so I think flowers really fit its vibe. And then the sun hat also just has some flowers on top, but you can't really see that in any videos or photos I have of him. But know that they're there. If I were to professionally update him again in the future, I think I would get some different ears that have a bit more like fur and fluffiness to them, because I'm happy with how I did these, but I think they just could look a bit better. So I think I would just put him in very nice, very cool, as where most of the cosplays I've got so far, I feel like. Okay, then there's actually a switch in fandoms. See, it's not all Hermitcrafts and Empire's SMP. We've got TommyInnit from the Dream SMP. Surprise! I've cosplayed Tommy several times, I've upgraded him already several times, and I think this is the last time I've ever cosplayed Tommy. I don't think I'll ever cosplay him again, but I just wanted to do him one last hooray of justice, I guess. For this cosplay, I gave him little devil horns, because I don't know, I'm just a big fan of the impish Tommy headcanon, and I think devil horns just look good on him, you know, give him a bit of that cheekiness, I guess. Same with the one pointy tooth. It's a very shitty pointy tooth, so it doesn't always show up great, but I just like it that he has one. I don't know why, but I felt like making them symmetrical and giving him two would just take away some of the effects, so I only gave him one. I can't explain it, this is just my reasoning. Yeah, and then overall it's got the red banana over his head. I mostly put that there because I didn't want to style the wig and thought, you know what, I can give him a bit of that cottagecore Tommy vibe that the people enjoy. The green bandana, obviously, for the Tubbo reasoning, and then I had this blue cardigan with sheep, which I think felt very appropriate for Tommy. If you've watched the Dream SMP in the Exile arc, you'll probably also know why that's quite fitting. But yeah, no, he's got his classic little heart on the nose, dots in the eye, and then I just gave him some scars, because that kid's been through a lot. Same with giving him just one wide-out eye. I imagine he lost one of them in battle, and he just looks badass with it. I'm very stuck between placing Tommy in S tier, or in just very nice, very cool tier, just because it's mostly just the fact that the character will always just be really, really dear to me, and I think that's why I enjoyed cosplay a lot. It's not a perfect cosplay, but I think I'm just going to put it in the S tier, just because I really enjoy the character. Okay, so the next cosplay is Grian. Grian is a very old cosplayer at this point. He was one of the first cosplayers I did. He was also one of the first that I got a wig for, because I think it's the second one I got my wig for, because I dyed my hair blue after cosplaying Scott. And there's a very old version of Grian where I still was using my hair when it was brown. And now we upgraded to a wig. I'm unsure how I feel about the wig. It isn't styled very neatly or anything, because once again, I'm not good at wig styling, but that doesn't matter. But I think it has I think it has the right vibe for Grian, at least it does for me. If I were to cosplay him again, which I probably will, I would like to style the wig just a little bit neater, just so that there aren't stray hairs floating all over the camera. Grian is also, at least this Grian, is the first one I did different type of wings ears for. For the very first Grian that I did, I just stuck some actual feathers onto some foam and attached that to my ears, which looks alright, but it was getting very messy very quickly with the feathers, same that problem I had with my Jimmy cosplay. So I used a template for this, and I used felt and foam, and then I stuck them onto a headband. I believe I hit the headband with the hair and also the goggles. I didn't give him the goggles purely to hide the headband. I just felt like he has the vibe of wearing goggles, not because he's a redstoner, but I feel like as a builder you would also get to wear goggles to I don't know, protect yourself when you're using the stone cutter and things like that. For the body, it went very simple. I gave him the 3 hearts, the very classic red, yellow and green heart. You can't see the green heart in this picture because I'm covering it with my hand. It's just that little nod to the live series because I feel like they're tied quite closely together. And otherwise in pins, I just gave him some, it's mostly perler bead pins that I made myself, and some other pins that I just have lying around and I thought would fit his vibe. Makeup wise, I didn't go too over the top for him. I gave him a little scar on the bridge of his nose because I just think that always looks good no matter which character you have. And I gave him 2 little watcher symbol scars, one on his neck and one on his cheek. The cheek one, or no, the neck one you can't really see either. But they're there and that's important to me. I think I would place Grian in the very cool category in the fact that I am quite happy with him, but I would like to upgrade him in little tats and pieces. Like I said, the wig, and I would like to make the ears a little bit more neat to give them some more detail, and I want to give him some wings on his back as well. And then for the last one we have Lizzie from Empire's SMP Season 1, the Ocean Queen. I love this cosplay. I don't know why, but it's very dear to me. For her wig, I gave her 2 little buns on top of her head that I connected with a tiny little braid that you can't really see, but it's there, so once again that's important to me. And then I gave her 2 little shells in her hair as an accessory, and I found this little headband tiara-like thing online that comes with the dangles all over that just gives a look of elegance and prettiness that I really enjoy. You've got a little gemstone in the middle of it as well. And it looks very elegant and pretty in pictures and very shiny. It's a bit more of a hassle when filming videos just because it dangles all over the place and it goes side to side and it will not hang still. But that's okay because it looks very good. For the dress, I just picked a very simple white dress somewhere of the internet and a very long string of pearls that I thought would look good around her waist. Same with the necklaces, I just picked something that would fit the vibe and kind of fell into the purple or blue category. For her makeup I did basically the same thing as Jimmy. The only other thing's difference is that her ears are just shaped to be like mermaid ears, and they came in like my skin tone first, but I painted them with some eyeshadow again to also give them the blue vibe and the sparkly vibe with it all. And otherwise I just put the henna over my face again and did the dapping makeup through that to give the skills and give some highlight to that. I tried to do pretty eyeshadow for her because I thought she'd deserve pretty eyeshadow. However, I very quickly turned into that one meme with the kid with the pink purple eyeshadow all over her face. So I kind of gave up on that and I just gave myself some highlighter and eyeliner and I thought it looked alright. I would like to really learn how to do eye makeup just so I can do her justice with like a smoky eye and some sparkle and glitter all over the place. Overall, even though she's very simple, I think I would place her in S tier just because she means so much to me. She's very dear to my heart. And I think that brings us to the end of the video. If you want to take one last look at the overview of the tiers, you'll see that most of them are in the very cool category. As I predicted in the beginning of this video, because overall, even in the ones that are in the category of we didn't speak about it, I am very proud of my cosplay. It's a big part of me and my creative outlets, so there's just a lot of pride of them and I'm very happy to share them with the world and seeing other people enjoy them too. That's very sappy. With that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure you are subscribed. And I might do more videos like this in the future, or just breaking down specific cosplays in more detail if you guys would like to see that. Because, yeah, I'll probably keep cosplaying for many years to come. And let's be real, a lot of them will be Minecraft related. But yeah, make sure you subscribe and also follow me on my Twitch. Self promo. and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and goodbye.